Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao.
Hello.
Hiya, mate. All right.
Hiya. Yeah, all good, thanks. You?
Yeah, all good. Just finished tomorrow's stuff about 10 minutes ago or something. Today's, we've got, obviously, your one, Wazir. I think it was it as big as 13-2 or something, I think, yesterday. It's now 11-4, so certainly been well played. And I see Abundant has been very well back today as well. If you remember yesterday, I said I wanted Abundant and the other thing. Well, that got pulled out yesterday. I think that was the Fanshawe horse. And Abundant's 15-2 into threes, so it looks interesting as well. Yeah, so there we go. That's just the interests today. Jump over onto tomorrow's, and I guess should we start at Lingfield?
Yep.
Okey-dokey.
Let's start there.
I've got nothing to talk about until the 422.
All right. I don't have a strong form fancy here, but in the 222, it is a nursery.
Yep.
I thought it was interesting that Richard Hughes has got Kieran Fallon riding Kiss Cam, and it's blinkered first time.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I say, it's not a form pick by any means, but just the fact that it's got those blinkers on first time tells you that they obviously expect more from it today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Kieran Fallon, unusual jockey booking for Richard Hughes Yard. Doesn't ride too many for them, does he?
No, I'm not sure I can remember any of them.
No, although he does ride one in the next race for him as well. But yeah, but yeah. So I'm not suggesting it'll win or go close, but it's one I'll be keeping an eye on in the market. Bearing in mind it is blinkered first time, and you could see a different horse now in handicaps.
Yeah, just have a look. He's had 5 rides for him in the last year. I mean, obviously I don't remember any of them, but yeah. So like you say, he's definitely not a normal booking, but
No, it just took my eye a little bit.
yeah.
Ran at the track last time, so at least he's familiar with the layout, and up in Tripper Furlong. Interesting.
Yeah. Okie dokie. All right, there we go. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty much all.
Okay. All right. So nothing till the 422, or
nothing including the 422, I think, for me. So take it away.
All right. So what I've got to say here is Ernie McGrew or McCrew ran second in a 0-60 handicap over 8 furlongs here 9 days ago, and seemed to be staying on fairly well to suggest an extra 2 furlongs shouldn't be a problem, dropping in grade to a classified for the first time from a good draw. And Stanmore's Yard in good form. He should be competitive in a race such as this. Forecast to be 5s. I'd want at least that for a small play. I've said Lady Ayana ran a decent second in a 0 to 55 handicap over course and distance last time out. Is forecast to be 8s. Would be interested to see if there was any money for Taskier. Not normally running over 10 furlongs, but interesting that it's gone to Gary Moore, and the owners do like a bit of a tilt. We've seen them at Lingfield on numerous occasions, haven't we, Max? And they like a little tilt.
Yeah.
So I'll just be interested to see how the market went with that. But Ernie McCrew would be the horse I was probably most interested in there, as a 3-year-old, first time in a classified. Like I say, Stan Moore's yard actually in quite good form at the moment, having a few winners. Got a good draw. So yeah, I mean, not something I'm jumping up and down about, but forecast price of 6 to 1 here. Didn't think it was too bad. On to the 455. I thought the horse in here that was interesting was Melodical for Ed Walker. It's dropping in grade. Ran in a Newmarket Class 5 last time out. And actually, I thought was doing a little bit of its best work in the finish, to be honest, and didn't completely get the rub of the green. Not sure it was one of Murphy's. I don't think Murphy was really trying this day. It was one of his days where he kind of decided that today wasn't really a day for him. And I think, just this drop in grade, Marquand on. I mean, I'm just watching it again now as I'm on here because I needed to refresh. I hadn't actually written down the spiel for it, unfortunately. But definitely an interesting run there at Newmarket in a 0 to 75. So dropping into a 0 to 60 here, I think that is quite an interesting horse. So yeah, there we go. That's Melodical for the 455. Was he forecast to be 5 to 1? So there we go.
Yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah, I do. It just refreshing my memory as to why I wrote it down. Just watching it there, I was thinking, oh, hang on, it's pretty interesting. I'd forgotten to write the spiel down, though, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely interesting, I think. Okay, so that's it for Lingfield. Where's the next day meeting? Is Ffos. Should go Ffos.
Yep.
I've got nothing written down until the 3:37.
Right, I've got in the 307. I've just got to talk about this Tamishi of James Fanshaw's.
Okay.
2 runs so far. Ran pretty well last time at Ascot in what certainly was a warm maiden. Never Enough won it. I thought pretty highly of and highly tried. And you had an Andrew Balding horse in second, having his first run, and bearing in mind the Balding yard been in good form, been unleashing a few good ones. To me, she only beat 2 1/4 lengths there. This absolutely a weaker race. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not bumping into a group horse here.
No.
And it's not forecast to be favourite. So I did think that was just a little bit interesting. I thought it would be unlike the Fanshawe yard to be traipsing all the way to Ffos last for nothing really. So I'd be interested in that.
Yeah. Everything that I've done here for Ffos has been on the basis that there's going to be a bucket of rain. And actually, Tamishi here, just looking here, ran well on good to soft ground at Nottingham as well on its first start. So probably should handle the ground as well, I think, if it comes up softer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if that were 3 to 1, I'd probably have a small win bet on it, taking a chance at. I mean, I think they've you've got Wargaming in there, who I don't think is. I mean, official ratings have Gaming £1 higher than Tamishi, but I'd have my doubts there. I must admit,
Yeah.
over the two, I'd back Tamishi in a match bet out of those two,
Yeah.
and a Bowie newcomer down the bottom, Philly, might be a tall enough order on debut over 6 furlongs.
Yeah, it's forecast to be favourite as well. I mean,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she'd have to run to 80 at least to win this, I would say.
Yeah.
And first time out, that'd be a good effort first time out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if Tamishi was 3-1, I'd have a small win bet on it. And, if it gets beat, fair enough. But I think its chance is slightly better than 3-1 would suggest, personally.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
So,
That's good. Cheers for that, Max. So I've written a little spiel out for the old Ffos 337. I've said Macaron Rossa is normally a good booking for this yard. 30 rides, 5 wins and 8 places in the last 12 months. For a small yard, isn't too bad. Having been beaten just a short head 2 starts back in a handicap over course and distance, he might have a better chance in this classified race for the first time. Not one for maximum faith, but a small play, really, as he's no world beater. He's forecast to be 6s. I've said Demetris Mouflon is a 3-year-old receiving weight for age and ran a good second over 7 furlongs last time out in a classified race. She could improve as a lightly raced individual, but she's forecast to be 7-2. I mean, I wouldn't be jumping up and down about the race with excitement, but if I was going to be sitting there just having a little play, I might just play small on Macaron if it was around the 5-6-1 mark for a bit of fun. That would be it, really.
yeah, and you've got a top jockey on, so
Yeah,
that sort of eases your mind a little bit, doesn't it?
it was a big factor, Max, for me, even writing that down. We've talked about it a hell of a lot over the recent times, and it is difficult. I mean, even when we've gone for Billy and Asheen recently, we haven't quite got the rub of the green with them, really.
No, I would say Ross is probably riding the best of all of them.
I think so. I totally agree with that. In fact, I had a conversation with someone else about this yesterday, and I said, if anybody would deserve to be the champion jockey, I think it's Rosser. I think he's the most consistent. I think if he's in the right position, he's very difficult to beat, especially in a finish. I think he's the strongest, best jockey there is. That's just my opinion, and everybody has their own opinions. And yes, he did screw up on that thing where he got the ban and stuff like that, but in general, 90% of the time, he's pretty good. That's what I would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I mean, everyone makes a mistake as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when you make the mistake, you just go, hold your hands up, say I made the mistake and move on and don't do it again, haven't you? It's simple as that.
Yeah, I think exactly right. Yeah, you just got to learn from your mistake, and that's it. I shouldn't think you've got anything to say about the race at all, have you, mate?
Not too much. No, not too much.
What, did you have something else, or?
No, not in that race. No, the 407, a small fancy, but
Yeah, okay. I've got something written down here. I've said Last Flight is forecast to be 9-4 favourite, and to a degree, I can see why. A lightly raced 3-year-old receiving weight for age, and looks to be improving, having finished strongly last time out, to just miss out in third, beaten just ahead. But that was on the all-weather where most of her runs have been. Tomorrow, the rain is forecast, and if it materialises, conditions will be very different, as Ffos can get soft quickly. Merry Jig would be the one I was interested in small, as he's got himself well handicapped if he can put everything together, and he wouldn't mind if it's soft, whereas some of the others won't like it. He's forecast to be 6s, and I'd want at least that for a very small play. That's what I've said about there. I don't know if you've got something much stronger in the race that you like.
Well, you stole my thunder there because Merry Jig was one I was going to talk about as well. So
Well, that's normally good news, isn't it? When we both talk about the same
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, obviously,
Treble Gina.
Rebel Gina, yeah. And the race before, she is on the Chris Mason outer edge. So
Yeah. Could be on for the
I
treble.
don't want to. Well, I don't want to tempt fate, but she could certainly be on for the double. And yeah, unfortunately, I think she's only got the 2 rides, so it won't be Treble Gina again.
Sure, it's just round the corner, mate.
Yeah, it might just be double Gina for tomorrow, but yeah, Merry Jig must have a good chance, especially on the run here. A couple of runs back with where Golden Flame beat her. I think she can, or he can reverse form.
Yeah, I don't think quite got the rub of the green, did you? The Merry
No.
Jig Golden Flame had a lovely run down the outside, and Merry Jig got into a few spots of bother.
Yeah, I think if Merry Jig ran a similar race but didn't meet the treble, I think she'll go well in this, or he'll go well in this. I don't know why I keep saying she. But yeah, I think it's got a fair old chance here.
I was also looking, obviously, through the form when I was doing the form study, and the last time Merry Jig ran on soft ground, it won by 10 lengths, easing down at the line of 69. So we certainly know if the rain comes plopping down, he's not going to mind that, and some of the others might mind that. So yeah, could be a little bit interesting, couldn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Price of 6-1 forecast. So yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. Well, we're both on the same page there. 437. Even I've got an interest written down here, Max. Just an interest because I think it is very interesting that Emmett Mullins employing Rosser to ride Winday in this maiden stakes race, bringing the horse over from Ireland, tongue tie first time. He's been running enlisted and grade 3 hurdles races the last twice in France. And the horse has an entry in the Cesarewitch in October, so would definitely need to hack up in this to get into that. Will be interesting to see how he goes in this race at a forecast price of 9-4. I'm not suggesting to anyone to play it, but I just think it's really interesting, that's all.
Yeah, definitely interesting. He brings one over. I've got absolutely no idea what to expect or anything, I must admit.
No.
But not a terrible race because Blue Hercules does set quite a good standard.
Yeah.
So if you can beat Blue Hercules by a few lengths, you probably will get the mark to get yourself into a Cesarewitch, or certainly a handicap like that.
Yeah. For me, it's very interesting that he brings it here. I would say that if they're wanting to get into that sort of race, they're going to want, like you just said, to win it by lengths, 3 lengths, something like that. And I think tongue tie on, they've gone for Rosser, which kind of tells you they're meaning business. So yeah, just fascinated me really that that was coming over here to, because obviously it's rated 87 at the moment. Going to need a few more pounds, I think, to get into the Cesarewitch or a race like that, won't it? So, yeah, I'm just really, really interested to see it. That's all. I don't like these races very much, but I just thought when I saw that, I thought, oh, wow, it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, unusual.
Yeah. Okay. So, anything else to say about the race, or we're on and off?
No.
Okay. No. All right, we're off to the 507 then, where I have said Grand Pier ran a good race in second here over course and distance on soft ground when the front two finished miles clear of the rest, and Grand Pier was only beaten half a length. The winner has won twice since and is now rated £14 higher, a mark of 77. So if Grand Pier shows up in the same form, receiving weight for age and potential of soft ground again, he could have a good chance at a forecast price of threes. The older brigade, Revich would love it if the ground got really bad. Although he's 10, the ground would be a major plus for him and a negative for others. That's all I've said there, really. I think Grand Pier, surely if it runs to its runs to that run where obviously he was second to Live in the Light, would have a pretty good chance, I would have thought, in here.
Yeah, should do. Yeah, certainly should do.
It was a good run.
71. Yeah, 71 days ago.
Yeah.
Wonder why he's had that long off the track.
No, don't know. No, don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, strange one.
Ground? Do you think maybe they waited for a bit of soft ground?
Yeah, could have done.
It's not been a lot of soft ground around for the last few months, has there? So, I mean,
nah.
Possible that they've thought rain's coming.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they may well have done. Yeah.
Interesting, anyway.
Yeah, should, like you say, if he reproduces his form, he should go very close to winning.
Yeah, I think that was a really good run, that. I mean, there's not too many in there that you'd be running away from. I mean, like I said, the horse that beat it only half a length's now rated 77, and I think Grand Pier was only receiving, I think, what is it? Grand Pier was receiving £8 that day, but that's because Harry Viger's £7 was coming off his back there. But Harry's taking 3 off again here, isn't he? So yeah, I think we'd have a pretty good chance if he turned up in the same form.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go Carlisle then, next day meeting.
Yeah, I've not really got anything here, so I'll leave it to you.
I've only got one written down for the 5 o'clock, and I've said Idyllic is a course and distance winner and gave notice last time out. She was coming to form with a good third-placed effort, staying on well. This extra furlong will suit, and the second from the last race has won since. Idyllic is £3 lower than her last winning mark, and with the rain forecast, should go well, forecast to be 7-2. Seems to be quite a lot of shorter prices I've got written down for tomorrow, but it is what it is. The analysis comes with what with what it is, and that's it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, some days it's like it, isn't it? Some days it's not.
Yeah,
you can only do what's in front of you.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Okay, so we're off to Southwell then for our last meeting. I've got nothing to the 6:30.
6:30. Yeah, we'll go to 6:30.
Okay, so I have got one that I'm reasonably interested in here. I've said Fulford Cross is £3 below his last winning mark, and after a short break, he ran better than the finishing position suggests. Having come from a very unpromising position, blatantly not enjoying the Lingfield turf track and finding himself 4 lengths detached from the back of the field and being scrubbed along most of the way, and ultimately was doing all his best work in the finish, to be beaten just the 2 lengths. Musical Soldier, who won the race, won again yesterday, so the form is starting to work out. The Lingfield race was a 0-60. This is a 0-55, and Fulford prefers the all-weather. I think Southwell will suit well with the long straight. SDS booked, and he's forecast to be 10s. if King Charger was on his A game, he'd be a danger as he likes his track. 4 runs, a win, and 2 places, and is reasonably handicapped, forecast to be 5s. So that's what I've had to say. I do think that Fall for Cross is a little bit interesting. I know that Dave Simcock has not exactly been flying in form, but cheek pieces on first time, back on the all-weather. I think this track possibly could suit this horse and SDS in the plate. So that was my interest in that race.
Yeah, I think I had just a little flyer in there, really. One that you couldn't really fancy too much on form. Give Me the Night, the top one, Mark Rymel. This race is certainly easier than some he's been running in. He's not been running particularly well, I must admit. But his first run of the year at Kempton wasn't without promise, where he was 4th behind Broadway Act, Can Do No More, and Very Clever. All sort of rated above 70, 71, 76, 80. And he beat some okay horses here.
Yeah.
So I thought if he came back to anywhere like that form, he would go close in this grade. But quite obviously, I can see he's run like a dog ever since. But I was just sort of banking on him running in this grade. And the fact they booked Hector Crouch for him as well.
Yeah, it is a good jockey booking, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but feel that the Rymel Yard must think that this has a small chance with that jockey booking. Because I don't know why you'd go to the trouble of booking Hector if the horse has got no chance.
No.
And obviously, I'm harping back to a run 5 runs ago as what I'm laying my hat on. But obviously, he is down in grade now, and if he doesn't show signs of life now, well, I don't know when he will.
No.
So not one that you could make a case for in court, and everyone would be believing you saying great effort, but just one that could pop up.
Yeah.
Forecast to be 12s. I would expect him to be a bit bigger than that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he did run some sort of race there.
No. Okie dokie. All right. That's good. That's for that one then. Where am I off to next? 7 o'clock. I've written a spielie out for this. And I've said that Mr. Noble was probably a bit unlucky bumping into Flight Control in a York Class 4 last time out when the pair finished a long way clear of the third. And the race is working out quite well, with the winner running well in 4th in the Great St Wilfrid, where I think the trip was on the sharp side. And the 4th and 5th finished 1st and 2nd in a Class 4 at Thirsk next time out as well. Mr. Noble did get a £4 penalty for his 2nd place, but he must have a fair chance from a good draw, and he's proven on the all-weather with a win and a place from 2 starts. He's forecast to be 7-2. Pietro might still have some improvement to come, and his first 2 starts this year were good at Wolves and Chester, winning and then placing 3rd at Chester in a Class 3. His last run at Epsom is a chuck out on the soft ground and a bad draw, never in the position to challenge. He's forecast to be 8. And I have also said that Fouette could be interesting dropping in grade and back on the all-weather at a track she is 1 from 1 on, forecast to be 20s. So they were my interests in there. I don't know if you had anything else to add to it.
It's interesting that Caron has moved yards, isn't it?
It certainly is. I mean, I wouldn't say it was an upgrade.
No, but I don't necessarily think that George Bowie seemed to get the best out of the horse. So, while I wouldn't be backing it, and there will be a time where this wins, and I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if it lands a gamble for this yard.
Oh, it will do at some point. Yeah, expect
But
it will.
it's one I'll be keeping an eye on for sure, and I'll be keeping an eye on it in the race to see how it goes as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have been all over Pietro if it was drawn in 4. The fact it's drawn in 11, I couldn't back it. But yeah, if it was drawn pretty much anywhere else, I would have been very keen on it. But I'm so disappointed with the 11 draw. And Johnny Pete's not someone I'd rely on to tuck in and not go 3 wide or give it way too much to do. I trust him as far as I can throw him. So
he rode my cloth of gold the other day, and I'll tell you, he gave it a howler, an absolute horror show. It was hideous. So yeah, I concur with you there.
yeah, JP. I mean, there's a couple of JPs in the race, old JP Sullivan and Johnny Pete, and
Crikey.
if those two were the 2 jockeys in the weighing room and I needed one, I'd declare it a non-runner.
Yeah, me too. Crikey.
So
yeah,
it is quite a good race, actually, isn't it?
it is.
I'll be very interested to watch this because I could see it going a couple of ways, and like you said, Mr. Noble, if he can continue that upward curve that he seems to be on, there's no reason why it won't go close.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good run last time out. So I'll certainly be very interested to see that. And I mean, even the third behind Hello Space Boy over the 6 furlongs was a good run, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah, that's no disgrace.
No, I think this horse is firmly on the up, and from a good draw in 4, I would definitely think that Cliff Lee has got to have this in the first few, probably stalking the front runner, and I think he'll be first to pounce, and I'd be surprised if there was another pesky 3-year-old like Flight Control that's going to. And Rosser at his strongest as well. He watched the race back. He's just so strong in the finish. It's so difficult to get past him. So yeah. Anyway, so there we go. That's that race. It is an interesting race, isn't it? That's for sure.
Yeah. Probably you'd say the race of the day as far as competitiveness and class go.
Yeah. So I've got nothing then until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I don't either really. I was, if you were talking about the 8:30, I was going to say at some point Bergerac's got to come back to some sort of form, hasn't it?
He took my eye straight away, did yeah?
Yeah, same. He's just he's running like his legs are tied together at the moment.
Oh no, it is absolutely bizarre, isn't it? But
yeah,
he's getting himself to a handicap mark where, like, at some point, if the money comes for him, he's just going to be an absolute chucking, isn't he?
exactly. Yeah. If you knew this, like, if you could get the word of when this horse was right,
Oof.
he'd be almost a certainty. But quite obviously, that isn't the case at the moment.
No.
I mean, he's just barely beaten a rival, is he?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's so frustrating because he was the one I was most interested in that race. And I just, as soon as you delve anywhere into him, you just think, well, I just can't go near him.
No.
So, yeah, nothing really to talk about other than I'm waiting for when Bergerac does strike form.
Waiting for him to get in the classified.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if he carries on the way he's going, it won't be too long, will it?
No.
Deary me.
No. Oh, well. Okay. So if we go to the 9 o'clock, I have said Karumbin has dropped to a favourable mark, having been running over totally inadequate trips. And having shown his first signs of coming back to form at Newmarket last time out over a mile, he's now of interest over a course and distance he's won over before, and being £6 lower than his last winning mark and dropping in grade to a Class 6, 0 to 65 over a mile and 6 furlongs, from a 0 to 75 over a mile. The all-weather suits him well too, as on the flat, he's only won on the all-weather and not the turf. He's forecast to be 3s. There we go. That's what I've got to say about that one.
Yeah, I must admit I didn't really have a view on that race. I think it was probably the last race I did, and I'd had enough by then.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
I saw the 5 runners and I thought, that's me done.
Yeah. I think I think it's very interesting that they've obviously been cheating with it. I mean, like the horse is a 2-miler, and they've been running it over a mile. And honestly, mate, getting beat last time in a 0 to 75, just the 3 lengths in second there, and doing obviously all its best work in the finish, it was never going to be in front. The fact that they've now stuck it up to a far more suitable trip, I mean, I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous. How do you get to go and run these things over a mile?
Well, I suppose the trainer would then say he was second.
Yeah, I know. I can only put that down to the fact that he's very well handicapped, and that's it.
Yeah, possibly in good form.
I mean, prior to that, he ran over the mile and got thrashed 6.5 lengths. Prior to that, at Yarmouth, he got thrashed over the 11.5 furlongs. I just think back on the all-weather here.
And he was second at Kempton over 2 miles back in February of 2025 as well.
Yeah, and he won.
Wasn't he? So
he won at Chelmsford over 2 miles in February 2025. So I mean, you know, he definitely gets the triple, right? And like I said to you last time, I tell you what, last time he ran here off this sort of mark, he won a Class 5, 14 furlongs Southwell. He won 4.5 lengths.
Beating Ffos.
That's it. Yeah. So I mean,
I used to like that horse as well.
Yeah. So I mean, I think his chance is got to be there for all to see, back at a suitable trip and on the all-weather. I mean, it's pretty interesting to me personally.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, typical, isn't it? Sometimes you do just miss one because of circumstance, really, and
you've had enough. I mean, honestly, mate, when you're going through, I don't know if lots of people won't understand this, but when you are going through 4, 5, 6 meetings in a day, your brain is fried by the end of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely fried. The amount of mathematics, watching races back, calculating Class 5, 6s, 4s, you know, dropping in grades, trips, grounds. It's just, and that's for every single horse you've got to do all those calculations for.
Well, especially when you click on the race before and you see Bergerac and you think, oh, interesting. And then you look at his last few runs and you realise, not interesting.
Yeah, going to fall out the back of the telly, possibly.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it then, isn't it? We've done everything.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening.
Think so.
And see you tomorrow.
Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone, enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.